So I'm going to give you specific examples of these problems. And I'm going to do so in a two-step process. I'm going to show you how most people attempt to solve these problems and why it's not quite as good as the way that we're going to solve these problems. So in very few markets do you actually have a problem nobody's thought of solving before. We identify the problem, but we solve it even better than somebody who's already attempting to solve it. So let's start with fear as an example. So remember earlier, one of the criteria that we look for in problems, my favorite one, by the way, is fear. Here's a broad problem somebody might have. How am I going to pay my rent and provide for my family? That is a fear. So we could create a product that is how to pay your rent and provide for your family. Probably would not get us very far because there's not a deep emotional connection to that fear. There is somewhat of a connection and there's some fear, but it's not real enough. It's not specific enough. It doesn't have teeth. Let's put it this way. Versus a specific problem like this. How can I make some quick money without learning a new skill or having to wait a long time to see my results? So in situation number one, that could be a million different things. It's too broad. But by getting specific, now we can get specific solutions. We want to get super specific with this problem. So when we see a problem related to fear, we say, what's the most specific common thing experienced? So if we had 100 people in the room who all wanted to make money online and provide for their family, not get super rich, by the way, just provide, right? Without having to worry about bills anymore. If we had 100 people in the room, I would love it, the biggest slice of those, say 70 of those 100 or 60 or 80 or 90 or 40 even, whatever the biggest slice of those people in, what is the common specific, how can we get as specific as possible and still have a big chunk of those 100 people in that room who would be open to that solution and would pay money for it? So the difference here is how can I make some quick money without learning a new skill or having to wait a long time to see my results? You can see here there's other things related to this fear. The fear of learning, not being adequate to be able to do it. The fear of working super long and super hard and then it not working out for them. Insecurity, right? So we really drilled down specifically as we possibly could to fear without too much limiting our audience. So what would be a solution that we could provide in the second scenario to that specific problem? So here's a product that you could create. How to turn a profit in a weekend using internet marketing skills you already possess. Just pointed in the right direction. That's a very good product. I like it. How to turn a profit in a weekend using internet marketing skills you already possess. Just pointing them in the right direction. The implication here is we've solved all their fears. So the fear of wanting to make some money to pay the rent, right? Done. We're going to set up a situation where our solution is focused on figuring that out. Not having to learn new skills. Done. We solved that fear. The time fear, the skill fear, all of that's solved. Now we just got the fear of too good to be true. We solved that too. Saying just point them in the right direction. Believe. That's the believability of that statement there. Now, they still might not 100% believe you. They might not even 50% believe you. They might not even 20% believe you. Or even 10% believe you. They might only 1% believe you. But if you're selling a solution like that for $7, there's a lot of people, especially $7 with a money-back guarantee, there's a lot of people who would say yes to that proposition and take a chance on that. I mean, the sales copy almost writes itself. Hey, listen, I'm not asking you to spend weeks or months or years trying to make money online like a lot of other people do. I'm not even asking you to learn fantastically complex or weird skill sets that make you feel uncomfortable when you first attempt to do them. I'm very confident that what you've already done, as long as you've been on this internet marketing thing for more than 6 months, I'm very confident you already have what it takes. I'm just going to focus you on using your existing skills by leveraging them and churning a profit in the weekend. Now, that's a tall claim. I understand that. That's why, A, I'm only going to charge you $7 to prove it to you. And B, it's coming with a no questions asked money back guarantee. So if you read this and you don't immediately believe in it, please contact me and I'll give you all your money back. There's zero risk here, only reward. Now, let's be straight with each other. I'm not going to make you a millionaire in a weekend. But wouldn't it be nice to, for once, show to other people, listen, I did this internet marketing thing, I put this much in, and I got this much out. And don't you suppose you could repeat it over and over again? So when you sign up today, here's what you're going to get. And then you just broadly explain to them what the product consists of and then how to purchase. That's it. You don't have to be a fantastic salesperson. I've just given you a template, basically, that you could follow 100 times over with using what I just showed you there. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying, Jason, I don't know that skill. Do you suppose you could go and look for it? Could you suppose now with a narrow focus on this problem, you could have a narrow focus on a solution to this problem? So that way you could go out there and figure this out, even if you don't know it yourself, or find somebody who's figured this out and document it. Or give them multiple things, right? But this is an example between a broad, boring problem versus a specific one. We take the specific one and we build a specific solution around it.